T-Man978 Chill Review. Hello everyone, welcome to my first Marvel Select action figure review. This figure was a journey, and you're about to go on that journey with me and hear about all the stuff that I had to go through to get this thing ready for the review. Was it worth it in the end? You tell me in the comments. But here's that journey. As soon as I opened her, I tested her out and found out that I couldn't rotate her thighs, biceps, or her ankle joints. Not only that, but I couldn't open her hips any wider than this right here. So I grabbed the hairdryer, set it on high, and let it blow on the affected areas for at least like a minute or two. When that didn't work, I set her in a bowl of hot water. Then for shits and giggles, I blew the hairdryer on her while she was in the hot water. Don't try that at home, kids. Now, while she was still hot and wet, giggity, I grabbed the affected joints, I forced the limbs up into the joint and twisted, and it eventually worked. All except the one right bicep joint. Apparently, she has damage under her armpit where you can actually see the peg through the bicep. So after shoving a staple up underneath her joint, it eventually loosened up the paint and her arm started rotating. Yay. Now don't think just because the music stopped playing that I was out of the woods that easy. Once I fixed her, like immediately once I got that bicep swivel to work, I went to put the swords in her hand and it's a tight fit. Snap, right at the base the sword popped right off. It broke. That pissed me off. So then I had to crazy glue it. But luckily, as you can see, they are both attached. So yay, that's a win right there, I guess. As you saw, she has this nice weathered display base right there. And you can attach head pull right here. And even head pull, he's very detailed, as you can see. Looking like a floating corpse. But anyway, even this was tight. I was scared to spin this, but I found out it can spin. And his head can rotate on that base. And it pops off. And he has that peg right there. But what's the use of ever taking him off with this peg? None. She comes with this gun right here. Plastic Attic will be able to tell me what gun this is in the comments. She also comes with this Deadpool logoed bazooka. There you go with that. Slightly pliable materials, but stiff enough for her to hold. So after everything I complained about, you can just about tell that this toy is not intended for small kids. Not at all. If the name Deadpool didn't tell you that already off top. The final nail in the coffin of this not being a kid's toy is that massive camel toe she has right there. The paintwork and detail is good. The suit reminds me of the Ryan Reynolds suit, to be honest. Like, she has awesome paint. Some of the paint, I don't know if putting her in the hot water made this happen, but she was a little bit dirty around the mask anyway, and her outfit was dirty straight out the package. With this being a Deadpool character, I don't mind that so much, but the hair kind of has a little bit of red in there. I don't know if that's intentional. Let's just let you see the details. I don't know. On some levels, I feel like her torso is too long, and she kind of feels, certain things makes me feel like she's a bit masculine. Like these big hands. They look way too big to me. You probably can't tell right here, but in person, they definitely look big. I didn't complain about these, but all of the pegs right here, the rotations on the hands are stiff and tight. And these hands do the roll of the dice, as you just saw. But now let's get into articulation. The feet can go back that far. They can come up that far. Swivel right there for ankle pivot, I mean. She has a ankle swivel as well. I love that. Double jointed knees. They worked out of the box. Thigh rotation now. And her legs can spread out this far. But they kind of feel like they get stuck when you do that. So I grab at the base and carefully bend them. They kick out that far, kick back that far. She does have a ball at the bottom of the ab area right there. The ball joint allows her to do all this. And she has a ball in the diaphragm, which allows her to do all this. She can crunch in that much and crunch back not really a ton. This piece, all of this wrapped around her, is a separate, slightly pliable piece. Her arms go out that far, but of course you can rotate them to get them to do whatever. Bicep swivel now. Double jointed elbows again in a female. Thank you for this, Marvel Select people. Or Diamond Select, I believe they're called. And I show that off, and of course that rotates. The neck. It's on a double ball. So she can do all the pivots and whatnot. It can look down that much, but not really look up a lot at all. That's frustrating because getting certain poses are hard. So I wish they use a disc hinge again, just like I wished with Harley. But this hair isn't all that pliable, and it does bump and get in the way. I complained about the sword, but I forgot to mention this. After feeding it a little bit in, I would grab right here and shove it down the rest of the way to get that in there. One detail I didn't show off is the sword sheath right here because it fell off. That comes off easily. I don't know why the peg seems like that's long enough, but while you're messing with it, it might pop off. And one thing I don't like is these markings right here. They put it in the back so you can't see it from the front, but putting them right there, I don't know why they did that. And of course, the swords can sheath in here, and they kind of do stop at certain points, which is scary. Even though I put the crazy glue on there, so far I've been getting lucky and been able to pull them both out easy enough. Here are the sword sheath in there. One thing I'm not liking is the hands pull off very easy. I don't know if that's a side effect of me doing the hairdryer thing or the hot water, but they come off very easy. Way more easier than I like. So here is a pointing hand or her trigger hand, because these are the hands you have to put on as far as holding the weapons. Here is a big complaint for me. These hands also do the roll of the dice, and you will have to put them in hot water as well to get that to loosen up. But you can set that in the hand, but she does not hold that very securely at all. And the finger's just in front of the trigger. Of course, you have to worry about this thing right here unless you decide to clip that off, because it does rub up against the forearm. The bazooka pretty much goes in her hand the same exact way and has the same exact issue. It's not really in the hand so secure, so basically you have to get her posed and then put the guns in her hand and not move her, basically. Did I talk about the peg holes yet? You could put her feet on these pegs, of course, right there. Other than these hands, she does come with these relaxed hands, and I'm not really sure what you're supposed to do with them. These hands actually go out and in like your basic Marvel Legends. I guess you could rotate the bazooka so she can do stuff like this right here and hold it, or do other types of pushing or shoving or saying stop type situation right there. And these hands, like I mentioned, they look a little bit too big, like these were originally molded for the male Deadpool, but they gave them to her as well. Here's an accessory I forgot about. This little knife right here. It's very small, and it can fit into her hand right here for stabby times. She has that base, but she is capable of standing on her own. And she kind of has that same weird, awkward ankle pivot that the Marvel Legends Deadpool has. so her feet will sit at awkward angles. Speaking of Marvel Legends Deadpool, here she is next to him. I mean, I guess they are eye to eye. No, she's a hair taller than him, so as you can see, they're not in scale. Marvel Selects are about 7 inches tall, while Marvel Legends are supposed to be 6 inches tall. So, end of the day, I'm going to be honest with you, I have mixed feelings. All the effort I had to take into getting ready for this review and just getting her prepared to be an action figure was frustrating. But she is still a cool action figure. So, you take everything I say and let that be your warning if you want it. But, oh, thank you, car alarm outside. Nice. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by clicking the like button. Let me know by subscribing and sharing and commenting. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Thank you.
Click the videos. Click the videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should